All right, cool. Well, we'll wait. There's going to be more people popping in over some time. It's going to be probably pretty quiet tonight because the National Pavement Expo's rocking and rolling in Charlotte. I'm getting a lot of messages of people that are pretty pissed that I didn't go, which is funny. But I haven't gone since COVID hit, and we've just been really busy, kind of bowing down and focusing on the things that are really driving the business. National Pavement Expo is fun. We enjoy going to it. But when it comes to like what it does for the business and for the actual impact, it's different. It's very different. It's we're able to capture content and stuff when we're there for our business, but when it comes down to actually spending time genuinely with people, like in a quiet environment, it's not quite the same. Right now we're able to do that on one-on-one calls and Zoom calls and that kind of stuff and have a little bit more impact, we're finding. So we're trying to do that this year. We may go next year. Is anybody else here going to the NP?
No.
Cool.
No, not this year.
Has anybody been to the National Pavement Expo before?
No.
I have not.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, it's cool to go visit. It's cool to go visit for sure. The workshops and stuff can be definitely cool. Good people to surround yourself with. It's a lot of time that you carve out of your calendar to do that. So you really want to make the most out of it. And a lot of the time the guys there are wanting to, who doesn't want to have a great time, right? There's a lot of partying and drinking and going out. Yeah. So that's that. All right. So let me introduce you guys. I don't know if you guys know who this guy is next to me, but he's an absolutely phenomenal guy. His name is Greg Francis. Why don't you tell them about yourself, man?
Been Sealcoating for 16 years. 2 years ago, I started a channel for Sealcoating called Sealcoating is Life, and really kind of took off. Hopefully this year we're going to hit 100,000 subscribers, and this morning we just hit 31 million views. So, we started going back and forth with Judd, and then, kind of feeding off each other's energy. And now I'm down here in paradise, and we're working on something really cool for people coming out as the springtime comes.
It's crushing it, and you're monetizing it from it too, right?
Oh yeah, big time. Monetizing for him from last year, and now once we hit 50,000 subscribers, we're getting a lot of advertisers outside of just Google AdSense. So people are coming in trying to get us to use weed whackers and cleaning products and stuff like that. So
there we got it.
So yeah, just kind of trying to digest that information, and then we're going to work with Asphalt Kingdom, and big things are going to happen. So this is going to be the turning point. I'm confident in 100,000 YouTube subscribers this year from Tar and Driveways.
Good deal.
It's going to be quite a journey, man. And it's interesting. A lot of us think that we're only able to monetize in the specific vertical of monetizing, but the reality of it is the niche that we're in is a very special niche. It's something that can be leveraged significantly to be able to monetize and create passive income and multiple streams of income and make money while you're making money while you sleep right now, right?
Absolutely. I can check every morning when I wake up, I see how well I did. And now we're just getting started on the swag. So we'll start selling t-shirts, sweatshirts, track pants, cups, tote bags, and everything like that on top of our Google revenue. I
mean, it's wild to think. We'll open it up to like some questions and stuff. Rod's at the National Pavement Expo, Rod Hilton, and he's popping in. That's freaking awesome. I love that. That makes me happy. So yeah, it's really cool to think that content related to driveway seal coating is actually helping people with anxiety. Like
I get tons of messages from people that are just saying, because we, 99% of our jobs, we're brushing everything, we'll spray a few parking lots, but that's kind of difficult to film. But most of the time I have a GoPro on my head and a tripod, and people say that me doing, the garage doors and the walkways, that it hits that ASMR with them, and it relieves some part of their anxiety. I've heard that from people from Vietnam, from India, from Cambodia, like all over the world. I get messages from people just saying thank you for this, and I'm just like, it just blows my mind.
So
Yeah.
helping people, making money.
People that have never even seen a driveway, an asphalt driveway, probably like to watch it getting done. You know, go figure.
And having and getting paid every month.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so how much time do you spend a week actually shooting content for your channel, for your YouTube channel?
So I try to pick the prettier driveways just as of now, because like, especially the ones where the transformation's greater, like if you see a really grayish, whitish driveway, then when you're putting that sealer on, like the transition's going to be that much better. So I can kind of get them maybe 3 or 4 of those per week, something there where the house is beautiful, where the client's okay with us filming, because that sometimes can be an issue. Some people are just like, no, don't film. That's not what I want. And now in the beginning, you know, I didn't know that much about lighting and everything like that. So a lot of the footage I just couldn't use. So now I know how and where to set up the camera, how to edit it. So maybe, 5 driveways a week I can seal and videotape.
It's sick, man. It's awesome. Well, listen, first off, thank you for taking the time to be here with us. It's rad. It's super awesome. What's that? Jeff, were you saying something?
No, I wasn't. Sorry.
No problem. Guys, if you don't mind, just if you're not speaking or asking questions, just mute yourself. You can click that little microphone button. It'll help to keep any background noise out. If you do have a question, feel free to add it to the chat down below. You'll see there's a chat window, or there's also the reactions. You can, kind of raise your hand or whatever, or you could just full out just be like, I gotta ask a question, and you could do that too. We're a small enough group to be able to do that. But I want to kind of dig our claws in here tonight to speak about the fact that it's almost April. I know it's really almost March, but it's almost April. Like it is not that far away. And I really hope that everybody's actually preparing for what that means, not only for making sure you've got your marketing in place, that you've got your ad spend, your ad budgets, the way that you're going to actually go out and you're going to sell your deals, your templates, your branding. Like I want to hear a little bit about this. So maybe what we can do is go around the room right now and speak a little bit about where we are in this, and this is not about calling somebody out that somebody's doing a bad job. This is not saying, hey, you're the best to do it. This is about sharing information about where you are on your journey, and then let's kind of help each other to hold each other accountable to scale and grow the business this year. I don't want to spend my time every Wednesday for an hour if we're not going to actually move the needle, guys. I want to move the freaking needle. You know what I mean? I don't want to just sit here and talk about some, really, really fun mush shit. Let's grow our businesses. You know what I mean? And that's where I want to go here. So I'm sure I can't see everybody, but if whoever I can see, are you guys good with that? Talking a little bit about that. Is that cool? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Connor, can we jump in with you, man? Like right now it's, February 23rd. Where exactly are you located? So anybody who doesn't know, where exactly are you located? What's the climate looking like? And what are you working on right now before you get started with the operations here moving into season?
Yeah. So I am in Northeast Pennsylvania. It's still pretty cold here. Like, we had a little spike in the temperature the last couple of days, but we got snow coming tomorrow night again. As far as like getting into the season, like 2 months ago, if you asked me, I was ready. I was like ready to go. And now kind of late on the drop there, I started doing a little rebranding. So I'm going to be, changing the name of the business and website and stuff like that. So now I'm a little under the gun trying to get it all done before we get up and running. I wish I had made this decision 2 months ago, but other than that, I'm feeling confident about getting into the season. I just, like I said, just feeling a little behind right now. That's all, but we'll get there.
where do you feel behind? Where do you feel like you could use some, you know, if you came to a coach right now, if you came to a group of people that happened to be at your fingertips and you had like, hey, you know, here's where I'm feeling like one area, the number one thing in your business that needs some attention right now, what would that be?
Probably like marketing and branding all together. Cause I really didn't do much branding at all until honestly, I started watching more of your videos and webinars and stuff and seeing how other guys are branding. For me, I really wasn't doing that. And that's kind of what initiated me to start taking this step into renaming and rebranding and trying to advertise better. You know, using your equipment, your trucks, your trailers to, you know, get your name out there, which I really was not utilizing prior to. So
it's interesting, you know, and for us to take note of this, I mean, a lot of us may know this already, but marketing is used for three reasons. We were just speaking about this earlier, but the three reasons that we truly do market is one, lead generation. We want to generate new leads, new opportunities. And two is we want to convert those leads into customers. We actually want to convert them. So our marketing is used to help convert, right? So one, throw out that hook, we hook the lead. Two is we got to reel that lead into the boat. So it's conversion. And the third one is nurturing our customers so they become lifelong customers. That's the third. That's why we market. So when you put out content, when you put out information on your social media, when you put it out on your website, when you put it out on your brochures, wherever you put it, if you're not touching all three of those things in all of your marketing pieces that you're putting out, in every marketing piece, it means that you're missing one of them. I want to generate new leads that I can convert, that I can nurture to be a lifelong customer. And so think about that intensely. And that's from a marketing perspective. When you take it into that frame of mind, what am I going to do to create a lead magnet, the hook? What am I going to do to create the lead magnet? What am I going to do to help people feel as though my brand is trustworthy and credible? What do I need to do to be able to provide them with that? Well, Google My Business reviews, testimonials, Facebook reviews, before and after photos of jobs, videos that you might have taken of the process, like a time lapse, you know, having that endorsement, maybe a video testimonial from a customer. And then for nurturing your customers, man, you know how many times we've sent out a message on our Instagram and our Facebook and an email? Thank you. Like, just thank you. Thank you, God. Like, thank you as a customer. Thank you. You've allowed us to really, you know, build this journey and to be able to build this business. It's because of you. Send them gifts, right? Like really good customers that are high value customers, but also low value customers that might be sharing to their neighbors about what it is that you're doing and that kind of stuff. Send them a gift card, send them a bouquet of flowers to Sally Wilson, who was the lady who shared a property that you converted that was an apartment building that you just made $18,000 from. You know, that's marketing, right, guys? So let's make sure anybody have any other input around that kind of marketing area? That's what I would kind of, Connor, I'd kind of like target in really on that and just fine tune those three areas that you're gonna define as the key marketing areas for your business. Okay. Facebook, Instagram,
blast social media.
Blast social media.
Everyone's on it 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
All right.
And authentic. Yeah, man. And I would be like, the more authentic and genuine you're going to be, that's what I'm finding more and more, dude. The more older I get, the more I just I'm more relaxed. I'm excited, but I'm relaxed. And it's just like, let's pour some real shit out. Like, let's just, you know, let's not create a big sales letter. Let's speak, you know, tell me about yourself. What's your problems? What challenges are you having? Just like I did with you, dude. What is it that we can help you with? You know what I mean? How can we serve you? Right. And you need to define those problems and those challenges. Grant Cardone said this, I believe it was Grant Cardone. I might be wrong. Somebody might call me out on this one, but it's like, if you solve one problem, you're going to make $1. But if you solve 1,000 problems, you're going to make millions of dollars. The multiplier dramatically increases. And it's like, if you understand every problem of a homeowner that you're going to do a driveway for, like every problem that they might encounter. Let's go over some of the problems. A snowplow might have scraped their driveway and they're wanting it to be aesthetically enhanced.
It's an eyesore.
It's an eyesore. They might have had a previous contractor come in and spray their siding. They might have had a previous contractor come in and get on a windy day and spray the driveway and it went all over their BMW. They might have had a contractor put down one thin coat of sealer that was diluted at 60% dilution rate, and it only lasted 6 months. They filled the cracks with sand and they put sealer over the top of the cracks with sand in them. You identify all the challenges that your potential customer could have, build your marketing around that, which is the face of your business. Then prepare your sales scripts and your sales messages and chat and email, which is the voice of your business, as the solution rolls into their presence. And now they see you as the trusted source. That's kind of, hopefully that helps a bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Rob McKenzie. Oh yeah.
Gotta get my mic on here.
Oh
Hey guys,
yeah.
how are you? I was sorry I was late. I was actually on the phone with a paving company trying to get a residential paver on my team because I've got these bigger paving guys for commercial, but I don't have anybody that I can go to for residential. But even if they use them for paving or not, they're going to call me with a Sealcoat, right? So the more paving guys I got on my team, I'll get business from them as well. So yeah, so that was one of my strategies. But
Dude, hold on. Slow the boat down, brother. Slow. Okay, I remember speaking with you last spring.
Yeah.
And you were in a totally different place than you are now. With that, what?
I didn't know anything.
So what happened? What happened?
It became a bit of an obsession. It's fun. It's fun. Like for me, and I know, like for me, this was a side hustle thing that I started, but now I love it. Like I can't, like, seal coating is life.
Yep.
Right?
Seal coating is life.
Right? Like it just becomes something. That's one thing I've never done anything. I've never run my own business. And I think that's the excitement that I get from this, right? And I think I've got a lot of those customer service traits and things from teaching for so many years. And so I'm comfortable around people and talking. I love getting out in front of people that are on their driveway when I'm seal coating, right? And it's just natural, right? And so with that environment, with having control of it yourself and running your own business and reaching out to people, it's a thrill. It really is. It's like I'm 20 again. Oh, don't I look 20?
you look awesome, dude. So let me understand this. The key word that I'm hearing with like a huge hashtag and emphasis is obsession. Like you have this obsession of it. What's the obsession? Is the obsession around the industry, or is the obsession around like growth? Like what's your obsession?
So I think there's a few things. One, it's sort of being part of changing an industry. Like when I go down and pick up my sealer and I see these guys that are down there and they've got their cash in hand and their dirty trucks and they're smoking and they're grubby and and I know they're going home, they're drinking that away that night and they're going back the next day to get more just to do the same thing, right? It's not something that is part of property management. It's not something that is a desirable thing. So, when seal coaters come out to your driveway, they're going to look at you, and the first impression is what they're going to understand of the industry. So if you're clean, if you drive a nice truck, if you have everything kind of in place and in order, right, then that helps to start changing that industry. So, yeah. Right. And that's what I see around here. And I'm in Hamilton, by the way, Ontario. So that's what I see. And so being part of that is nice. Right. I love that part. Obviously growing it from a perspective for me in terms of the extra income was fantastic. I love that part. right? But it's all of that, right? It's being part of something. It's being part of this, right? That feels like somebody is looking to you and going, hey, what are you doing now? Right? What's going on? Who's pushing you a little bit too, right? And then it just kind of progresses from there. So you gain this confidence in an industry that you didn't know anything about 2 years ago, to something where it's like, now you got these, you're quoting dealerships of 100,000 square feet. It's like, wow, I never thought I'd even be close to that, but that's what I'm doing. So, so yeah, but I think it's the culture thing that's really intriguing to me. You fit into that as part of a solution and changing an environment.
Dude, I'm sitting here kind of smiling, and it's because I got this email that literally popped into my inbox. So I get this email about 3 weeks ago, and you guys are going to end up meeting her on here, but I get this email and it's talking about how she's an 18-year-old, just turning 19-year-old. Her name's Sydney Jacobs. She's out of Canada, and she's wanting to really help the younger generations understand that service-based businesses are exciting and it's okay to leave home clean and come home dirty. And she wants to help the youth understand this. And she wrote this email, and she's just like passionate about it. I thought it was like some sales template that she, was getting spit out with somebody looking for free equipment or something, and she was asking if we could help her to do this. And she doesn't need the help, but she wants to be connected to, she wants to be connected to good people and with passion, and that are driven, and that she wanted to be connected so that she didn't have to make mistakes as much and go through that hard learning curve. And I responded back to the email. I said, let's hop on a Zoom call. I hopped on a Zoom call and I spent an hour with her, and she's just a phenomenal human being. And she's going to build her own seal coating business in Canada.
Nice.
So think about this female turning 19 in Canada, building her own seal coating business, going to do brush application as a starting point. And she messages me tonight because I was supposed to do a call with her, and I said, I haven't been feeling well over the last couple of days. I was down, and Greg's here as well. And I said, I'm here with Greg Francis, Seal Coating His Life. And she wrote this, and this is what you're talking about, Rob, right now. Says, Judd, of course I know Greg. I'm probably a couple hundred of his views. Love the videos. One of the reasons I found out about Asphalt Kingdom was through him, actually. Good luck with everything over the next couple of days. As for next week, Monday, Tuesday, like, what a cool, big, small world that we live in. And if we actually just take the time to synergize and come together and really collaborate, great things come out of that. So, I think I'm really excited about how you're obsessed with that, Rob, because I'm freaking obsessed with it too, dude. Like, that's my obsession for sure. So that's awesome. And what about springtime? Okay, so springtime, you're presently February 23rd. So you're going to be starting your season end of April?
Probably May. We don't get our sealer started until the second, third week of May when it comes in, right? Where I'm getting it down close to my place.
You just let me know. I'll get it to you in March if you want it. I'll send it to you in the heated truck. I know, dude. I solve problems easily, buddy.
When I retire, then I'll start her as early as I can.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I've got my website coming. That's going to be starting. Should be done in less than a month. I've got some animated ads that are coming. I got put on the website, and I'll post on my Instagram, my Facebook. I've put out probably 100 or so emails to churches, funeral homes, car dealerships. So they're starting to come in now.
Good idea, bud.
Yeah. What else have I done? I added pressure washing to the business. So I've got actually my neighbor. I don't know if you know if he's on here or not, Jason. But so he's going to do a lot of the pressure washing. I'm doing the sales and marketing for him, and he's going to go out and do the pressure washing part of it. So I got that part added to it a little bit. I've got a surface cleaner and pressure washer. I Google my business. I've been hitting people up to do reviews on my Google review page. Yeah, and then just connecting with other seal coaters and pavers, and it's everybody you know has somebody that needs a driveway or parking lot done, right? So it's
Everybody.
exactly. Exactly. You know, and that's why concrete driveways too. That's why we did the pressure wash. You either have an asphalt driveway or you got concrete, and you cover all the bases.
Adam Chapman is in the house from the gym. Look at him standing up. All right, where's the dumbbells, bud?
I'm in between sets right now, actually, trying to get my question in here for Big Rob.
Let's go.
You mentioned that you're approaching churches this week. That's something that I went after the last 2 days. So I was just wondering what your sequence goes from not having the lead from like square one to first contact and then going through that.
Yeah, like literally I went through Google and I did all the churches in my area in the big cities like Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, you know, that area around here. And I just wrote them down. I got an email address and I reached out to whoever I could. And with the script that I had, I posted my flyer as an attachment, right? And the script and sent it out. Now, sometimes you get some of those already embedded, you know, put your name and address and your comment in. So I made a shorter script and applied to those. And that's so then I just wait to hear. So I haven't been calling them back to see yet if you're as a second follow-up. Is that what you're doing?
Well, yeah. So in similar idea. So we got our lead. So we did like a web scraping. So you can pay. Yeah, we use a web scraper to scrape all the churches, and then similar idea. What I did is then as through an Excel, I went to address, put it in Google Maps, found the parking lots that were very big, and then like didn't need to be fully repaved. Highlighted those one color. Any of the ones that like were kind of like not really our target, like weren't too big or like looked a little bit more banged up. I highlighted them a different color. Went through, sent them an email, like an automated email, like starting a sequence, and then the one that were good, I called them first before sending the email, and then now that's put into an automation with the follow-ups to do on Monday. So far, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, so I'm not ready for my thing, but we were able to get 3 quotes booked. So I'm not sure if that was good numbers or not. I was looking through some of the websites as I was going, because like they scraped the websites as well, and one of them had like their like 2020 year review, and they're talking about how they had to like change pastors because they were like running out of budget and stuff like that. So I was just wondering, because originally I went for churches first when I got back, because that's who Judson recommended. So just wondering what your results were and like your sort of sales process. So ours started the sequence, and it's going to be another email automated follow-up, and then any of the ones that are like clicking on links, it's going to give me a task to call. That's kind of where we're at on that.
So how many emails or calls did you make to, like, how many churches do you think?
I don't know that. I could send you an email with that. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to open my HubSpot dashboard and stuff, and I'm like,
so we did a test. We did a test in the RV park area, just as a test to collect some data. We collected a total of 2,900 RV parks, and we made it through to about 10% from a call answer perspective, where we actually connected with a human. And so that's 290 connections, of which we had 20% interested in hearing more about what we had to say. Yeah. And that means that that's moving towards a sales qualified opportunity. So it's a big number, guys. By the way, if anybody, we spent 20 cents a lead on that list, I believe, for the data scraping. We did that through Upwork. You can, on Upwork or Fiverr, you can just post your job of what you're looking to have done. You just post what you're looking to have done on Fiverr or Upwork and scope out the scope of your project, what you need done, and then they'll tell you what it's going to cost and they'll do it for you. So it's good to build relationships with data scrapers if you're going to go after the cold call audience. Just remember, guys, I always say it, it's people you know, it's people your people know, and then the cold call. The cold calls suck compared to the other two. However, in the commercial sector, as you're scaling into the commercial sector, that cold call becomes a lot more of an opportunity when you're doing the cold call, simply because a lot of people you might know, or the people that your people know, might not be in that commercial sector potentially. So You want to hit niches too, guys. Like, you know, what makes car dealerships more attractive than churches? What makes churches more attractive than restaurants? What makes restaurants more attractive than blah, right? So when you're doing this, I wouldn't just go balls to the wall on one particular customer type. I would test out 100. So it might be churches, hotels, motels. You just test them out and then determine what your niche is, where you're finding that you're having fast conversion rates and you're getting the most amount of value per square foot and linear foot, et cetera. I wouldn't spit. Yeah.
To add on to that, those numbers were interesting. I wrote those down. So what we did actually is we attached in that email like a PDF. It's about like maintaining your asphalt. I could share that with you as well, Rob, if you'd like. And then what I did is I went and just changed a couple words to churches, and I went through that data scrape list. Took me about maybe 8 hours total of calls, and then the rest now is going to do that automated. And then now, right, like starting tomorrow, we're transitioning into retirement homes, and then we're just going to tweak it to like retirement, make it a little bit more safety focused, the PDF and the landing page, and then it's the same sequence. Calling the high quality ones, and all the rest of them are just going to go into the pipeline, just so we can test a couple different niches and see where the opportunities are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to change too much of the wording of your template to kind of hit that into that specific type of market, right? Like when
I changed like church, and then I put, instead of sincerely, I put God bless, you know.
So yeah, and schools would be a similar thing. There's a lot of private schools and so on that do want to maintain their pavement assets as well. So it's an interesting to find the customer types that are specific or great. Ron.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Absolutely.
Hey, you mentioned landing pages. So are you building out like a special web page for each type of vertical, so that like when they click on a link or go to get information there, it's like specifically web-based and built out? Is that what you mean by landing page? And is that like web-based, or is it Facebook or Instagram or something like that?
Yeah, so we run everything to landing pages, and we'll make ones for certain services as well as like certain like promotional, and then we'll also duplicate those. So we're working with a company that does all the window cleaning, like we're offloading all of that. However, they're going to be selling services for us, so we're going to have a landing page. So when they like send out their email or like refer somebody, it's tracked through that landing page. So like they're going to be selling gutter guards for us and asphalt sealing. They're going to have two separate landing pages that, like, if they're like sending out that email, it's going to go to that landing page just on gutter guards or just on asphalt. And then when that form submits, we're able to track that it came from that referral source, or like that ad or that poster. And then we have different phone numbers to track it as well. So like that's something even on like the door hangers, for instance, like we'll put a QR code on that. And instead of going to our website, we'll send it to, it's like a driveway, because we do multiple services, right? But like if we're doing driveway sealing, it'll be like go to a driveway sealing landing page, or like we're gonna do holiday lights. Or if it's a commercial one, we'll send them to like a commercial asphalt landing page. So it's just more specific.
Is that all within one website, like one domain?
You're doing that through HubSpot?
You can do that. Yeah, you can do that on anything. So like I've built landing pages on Wix. I've built them on, you can build it on MailChimp. Like really depends on like where you're at. We're building them all now on HubSpot, but like you could build one on a Canva landing. You could build a landing page on Canva, right? Because all you really need to do is like build that one page either on your website. I better get back to working out here. Let's turn up on a website, or like I said, you can do a landing page on Canva or mail wherever. And then what you do is take that URL, build the QR code, and then that doesn't really matter what the URL is. You're only going to be using it on that barcode. Right.
It's Alex, it's so sick. Like HubSpot is incredible. What's up, buddy? Yeah, HubSpot's unreal. The amount of value. Like Michael's on here right now. Michael runs our whole sales team and program at our company. And so what we're noticing is that the power of HubSpot's becoming more and more powerful for our business. And it will apply to anybody's business, guys. I'm telling you, the landing pages, the analytics, the data that feeds, the way that you're able to actually help your customers better because you understand them better. It's just a win. It's a win all the way around. And I would also urge you on those landing pages not to just have text on it. So like think top of funnel, right? Top of funnel would be your ad. It's literally the bait that's on the hook. The hook is there. The hook sets, bring them into the landing page. That landing page is going to build a lot of trust, right? That's where your testimonials would be, or you might have a little, before and after. And then I strongly recommend, guys, I say this all the time, and photos worth what?
Pictures worth 1,000 words and videos worth 10,000.
We were just speaking about this, and it's so freaking true. I mean, think about what this guy's done with video. I mean, it's huge. And so don't ever hesitate to take out your freaking smartphone and shoot a selfie video in a environment that relates to the person you're trying to market to help. And I'm telling you, video, like Alex on your website, the video stuff that you have on your website, dude, I'm sure your customers talk about it. I'm sure that people talk about it. I'm talking about it right now, damn it. Like,
seeing is believing.
Our traffic went up. Our conversion rate, like we had a lot, because I get metrics from Google, and our visits versus our conversion went up like 300% when we put the videos up. Yeah. So
it's absolutely awesome. Hey, Ron. What's up, buddy? Your name is showing Valerie Hover, so that I guess that where are you? Are you in Charlotte right now?
Yes, I'm in Charlotte right now at the MPE. We just had the preview tonight, and we had to go accept the award that we had won. And
hold that up, buddy. Let me see it. Hold it up. Look at that, the award. What?
Writing on it, but
tell us all about it.
Well, it's the small seal and stripe job award. We was working for the city, and they had contacted us for some work, and we went ahead and started one job for them. But in the meantime, the facilities manager over at another, because they have their police department, water departments, they're all separated. So the one lost track of time and thought he had like 3 weeks to get a job done. Well, here he needed it in 2 days because they had the community center rented out for a wedding. So we was in the middle of doing the police station and the water department because they was side by side, but like 2 miles down the road was the community center. So he came to us and said, hey, look, you know what I mean? We got a really big problem here. We got a wedding that's here Saturday, and we had told him that the parking lot's going to be done, striped, look all brand new. So we was, like I said, right in the middle of the job at the police station. And so we went ahead and worked around the clock over at the police station and got done really late Wednesday night. Thursday morning, we jumped over and started on the community center, and then the rain hit, and we had to have it done by Friday afternoon. So we was over there as soon as the rain stopped. We was heating up the pavement and just, busting ass to get it done. You know what I mean? To satisfy the customer and, to put out good quality work also. So long story short, we ended up getting it all done and striped. And they was really, really, really fortunate for the job that we got done for them in a day and a half. It was almost 40,000 square feet. But we also had to do some patchwork and all kinds of other stuff. So, we worked around the clock on it, but we got it done, and, and then we ended up landing more business from them. We got a big marina out of them and so on. So now that's another good working relationship that he already contacted us and said that he wanted us to do more work. So, but
congratulations, man.
Yeah. And just think, if it wasn't for you, it would have never came to fruition.
It's you, man. It's you. So you're in Charlotte right now. Tell the crew here who's been to National Pavement Expo before. I've been there. Alex, you've been there, of course. That's where I met you. Ron, is this your first time there?
Yes, sir.
And tell us about it. Is it quiet there right now because of the circumstances?
No, absolutely not. It was like I said, tonight was the preview night, 4:30 to 6:30. And it was pretty well packed, you know what I mean? And tonight was the award ceremony, but it was pretty much packed. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of people.
Hey, say hi to Kevin Gray, ADC Paving. I know he's got a coaching session there, and Keith Calloway and those guys, man, they're all there. So say hello from all of us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Jeff Fox, any questions, my man? Anything that we can answer? Anything we can help here? Any unanswered questions? Maybe not. I have a question.
Jeff, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Jeff. Any questions you have, man?
Well, I'm in the mountains of North Carolina, and I just have got into this business. I'm taking over my father-in-law's business that he had for 20 plus years. Whether here we're not at the right time to start doing anything, so I'm trying to beat the street, so to speak, and just preview some things that look like that they could use some improvement on. I guess probably one of the questions that I have is the anticipation and the excitement, also the jitters and the nervousness of doing your first seal coating job. And Greg, I noticed that watching a lot of your videos, you do a lot by hand.
Everything, basically everything by hand.
Is there a reason why you do everything by hand versus using a sprayer? Is it your preference? Is it just the finish that you get from doing it and how it looks?
Oh, dude, we're gonna arm wrestle right now. Whoever wins, okay, spray versus hand application. Here we go. This is a great, Jeff. It's a super good question, and I'm really excited for us to speak about this because I think it's something it's a question.
So we'll spray parking lots that we do. I just haven't had the opportunity to film them yet. So like a big commercial parking lot, we'll cut the whole thing in with a brush and then we will spray it. But as far as residential driveways, we're using 4-foot brushes. So I know most people use 3-foot brushes, so we can really fly with these 4-foot brushes. And I've been using them for so long that I think I can do better detailing with that. And I think the finish with coal tar on a 4-foot brush, I don't think anything can beat that. And our customers love it, and they pay, a higher price to have it all done by hand. There's fewer mistakes. Wind's not a factor because I'm in Pennsylvania also. And, towards September, October, wind can be a factor. And there's some days when, I can barely stand up. I don't understand how people are spraying driveways with that kind of wind. So, that's never a problem. And I love the way it looks. And, and it looks great on camera too. So that's like a win-win for me.
Yeah, your videos are really awesome.
Thank you.
You guys make it look just so easy, watching the work being done and then the finished part of it.
Well, if it looks bad, I don't put it on YouTube. That's why.
Did you start out
the trash can?
Did you start out spraying and then go to hand, or did you just go straight to hand work?
I started out pouring buckets and a 36-inch brush with the boss screaming right in my face for the first 5 years. That's how I learned. Everything just done by hand. Working 10-hour days in the sun.
What do you think about squeegee versus brush? We don't use any brushes. We just do squeegee, 4-foot squeegees, but we can't get coal tar out here in California. So is there a difference with the asphalt emulsion versus coal tar and brush versus squeegee?
I'm going to be doing brush versus squeegee videos this year.
The AE and coal tar will have no difference on the actual brush application, zero. So it's almost virtually the same.
So why brush over squeegee then? Why the preference?
For me, that's just the way I was taught. Like that was just the kind of thing. Like nobody even brought up using a squeegee. And I know, like I get a lot of comments that says, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to be pulling a squeegee. But this year I'm going to definitely, do some with a squeegee, do some with a brush, and maybe even spray one and do like a kind of comparison video.
So what I've heard from a lot of guys, and when I've applied both brush, squeegee, and spray, and what I've noticed certainly is with the squeegee, I'm unable to get the same kind of direct precision. When I say precision, I'm talking about ultimate precision, nooks and crannies. I can get that with a Tampico 36 or a 48 over a squeegee. Squeegee is going to be good for large bodies, and I can move the sealer nice.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to save some sealer, but the brushes are just a little bit more precise. So when you're doing residential stuff, like really in depth, kind of, retaining walls and up and around crevices and garage doors, flashing and that kind of stuff, Tampico brushes to me are the ultimate.
Now, I noticed in your videos that you push sealer as opposed to pull. Like I pull it. Now I can't find these brushes anywhere with the handles except for the one place in Hamilton here. And it's the bracket is actually bent. And so I can get a unique kind of pull on it. But I see the type that you use, and I have a couple of them because I thought it would fit my 48-inch one, but I can't pull it in the edges like I can with this other one. But the bracket is bent in, right? So it gives a different angle.
Right. So the one we have, I guess, comes out and then the bracket goes in, and
then so you have to
slides right in there,
right?
Yep. Yeah. That's the only way that's going to work.
Yeah.
And at this point, at my age, I've just been doing it so long, it's hard to change. It's hard to change.
You've seen his videos, the way that he works in harmony, like two people on the driveway, the way that they're doing it. Like, I mean, they'll step, one guy will lift the foot and the brush will go right under and step over. It's like music, right? And that's just practice. That's as like anything, guys. It's just practice, right? In regards to spray application, just to chime in on this a little bit, Jeff. I mean, I grew up spraying. That's how I sprayed with our company. That's how we full out sprayed. But what we did do was we sprayed when we could spray. And so if the actual job provided us with the ability to spray, we would do it. Would we spray a 2-car driveway? If it had grass along the sides and it was not windy, yeah, we could spray the thing in a flash. But if it was any kind of wind and we by the time you get the spray rig out and everything else, you could just brush that driveway in a matter of like literally 5-6 minutes. And so if you're sitting on a 75,000 square foot McDonald's parking lot or whatever it is that we're sitting on, I'll tell you that we would spray the hell out of that and we'd 2-coat it, and versus anybody moving buckets and or putting beads down and moving around and brushes and cleaning up after and all the bullshit attached to that as it relates to commercial. I would strongly say define, the cool thing in our industry is that the equipment and the equipment and the tooling, it's an investment, but the cost of the investment would still allow us to be able to invest the money to yield what it is that the equipment was designed to do and achieve. So if it makes sense to buy a $20,000 rig because you're going to be focusing on a ton of commercial work, go for it. It doesn't make sense to be focusing on buying brushes and doing that kind of commercial work with brushes. You can have both. If you're going to do residential and you're going to do commercial, have the equipment and the tools that are right for the jobs. And then you have your quiver of whatever you need to choose to go out and do your day of work. That's what I recommend is everybody should have brushes. Everybody should have a spray system. What size spray system? Well, you tell me a little bit about what your goals are and what you want to do with your company. But for now, in the next year, here's what you want to do. Here's the kind of rig you need, So that's my kind of thinking. I have a question for everybody because it's on you've probably seen alerts and everything. I have a question, which is anybody finding that these price increases with any of your suppliers are concerning at all? Because we're getting ginormous increases on sealer costs right now. I don't know if anybody else is. Ron, have you heard?
I've actually talked to a couple of people down here at the NPE, and one of the companies said yes, that there was a price increase, and another one said no, that they're not going to do the price increase. So
Who is that company?
Pitch Black?
Pitch Black said they're not raising their coal tar prices.
No, they don't do coal tar. They do AE. That's it.
AE, yeah, AE's not the AE. The AE costs haven't moved all that much, but coal tar, it's insane. I mean, we literally, to give you guys an idea, we got hit with 22% increase on just bulk. 22% increase on our cost, right? Our cost is going to be generally better than most companies that are out there doing the applications because of volumes. But the reality of it is it's happening. Costs on drums of sealer, guys, as of March 1 on drums of sealer and totes of sealer are anywhere from 40 to 62%. Steel, transport, I mean, I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's wild. So all I guess I'm trying to get at is, guys, I don't care if you need to buy a couch or if you need to invest into something, whatever it is that you are needing for your future. I'm telling you, I'm saying this right now, straight out, prices will continue to climb for the next little while. There's just absolutely no doubt in my mind. I bought a jacuzzi for $2,500, literally $2,500 8 weeks ago. The same jacuzzi is listed for $5,900 right now. And so if you need shit, if you need equipment, you need tools, I don't care where you buy it. We'd love your business, but wherever you're getting your stuff, get it now. Don't wait. It's going to be a big chunk of money. And if you don't care, that's cool too. It just realize that it's been said. And so I don't want to stick too long on this topic, but just the warning flags are up. Invest now. It will yield great returns for you down the road.
Yeah, Joe, when I get back from vacation from here, I got to get a hold of you. I got to get an order and stuff in.
All right, buddy. I got you. No problem. Yeah. And guys, by the way, like in this group, like if there's anything, we love to quote. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but we do the best that we can. I'd love the opportunity to be able to earn your guys' business on the different things. And if we do, we do. If we don't, we'll still all be here and be friends and move towards a great direction. That's what we're here for, So all cool. Anything else to pop up before we jam out? We got 6 minutes left. Any questions, anything to share with oh, shit. DoorDash. Guys, write it down. DoorDash. I don't know if it's up in Canada right now. DoorDash. It's like Uber Eats, I guess, or something. I don't know. I heard this through Johnny Bublich, who called me up, and he was just like, Judd, dude, I'm getting paid right now to pick up food and deliver it to wealthy neighborhoods that have driveways that are awesome. Not only that, I'm picking up the food from all these restaurants that are possible commercial clients for me. And so I'm meeting the managers and getting the owner's information. And then I'm going to deliver it to another customer. He's like, dude, I'm getting paid to do my sales work. Lead generation is sales work. He made like $350 in 2 days. Plus he signed 2 contracts in 2 days. So I'm gonna have him come on and talk to us about that. But DoorDash, it's insane. Think about that. You could have one of your staff member that just does DoorDash as a thing for your business. DoorDash, let them make the money, and then they make commissions on anything that closes associated with that. What a great sales job, right? Shit, right? I mean, how cool. I never, when he called me up, I was just like, wow, that's kind of interesting. So DoorDash, check it out. Why not? Very different than Uber. You're not going to be able to generate, I think, the same kind of leads and clients through Uber. So DoorDash.
Don't give me another job to work at, Judd.
Right? Rob, listen, your teaching has been so incredible over so many years, but now it's time that you come to the good old dark side, the asphalt world, buddy, for good.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I was talking to my VP today about getting into supply teach in the winter months if I retire. So in November, so we'll see. I don't know.
Hey, dude, listen, when you retire, you're coming down here and you're celebrating, man. We're going to throw a huge retirement celebration for you.
Absolutely. I'm there.
Full time and blacktop. Anything else to add? Sorry guys, I've been on the mic. anything else to add? Any questions? Any advice?
Yeah, I
since
got a
I'm-
question. You hear me? Yeah.
Loud
Yeah,
and clear.
Good. Judd, you mentioned you were talking about like two coating, McDonald's parking lot, whatever. I don't know how everyone's quoting like two coat applications. I've always had trouble with it. I feel like every time someone requests a two coat application, it's like I haven't been awarded a bid on anything two coat application. I don't know if I'm bidding too high. I don't know what the deal is, but if anyone has input there,
I do have input there. Ron, I know you're doing a lot of big commercial work. Alex, you guys, I'd love to not only be the person chiming in here. Can you guys chime in?
What I do is whenever I bid out a commercial job for two coats, I go ahead and bid out the normal job as if it was for a one coat, and then I add 50% for the second coat instead of 100%, because you already got one really good coat down, and then the next coat you got done. So that's how I bid mine.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Alex, do you have anything to chime in on that?
We don't really two coat a lot of stuff, but I do. I have bid it out. We just haven't really won any of those projects. But I charge for prep work, and we rate the parking lots 1 through 5 when we do an estimate. So that's going to determine like how much we need for like how many oil spots are on the lot, or how much aggregate is raveled out, and that whole charge comes off, and then we do give a discount, like probably about a 40% discount on the second coats that we offer. But yeah, we charge out for prep, and there's obviously no prep at all on the second coat, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm usually hearing it's anywhere from 40 to 50%. Back when I was in the business, that's what we were doing for two coat. It was generally 40 to 50% as well on the second coat discount. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, fellas.
No probs. Anything else, guys, before we jam? Anybody want to rock? Anything?
Since I'm the newest getting into this business, I'm sure you guys can remember when you first started. What was the biggest obstacle that you overcame when you were just starting out and you doing your first couple of jobs?
Myself. I was the biggest obstacle, man. This brain that's constantly telling us to beware, be careful, don't do it. Oh, it could this, that, or that. It's right here, buddy. That's the biggest thing that's going to stop you. You just got to go do it, man. Once you've done it once or twice, you're good to go. You just got to get moving in the right direction. It's like a freight train. Once you get the engine moving, and once it gets rolling, you become unstoppable, especially when you do this kind of stuff. I mean, the majority of people don't sit here and have these conversations, guys, in a group like this ongoing every week. It's just not what we do. We hopefully leave from this AK Roundtable every week with a little golden nugget that maybe gave us some perspective about something and helped us feel a little bit more confident about achieving our goals in our life,
Just starting early and putting the hours in, it'll click.
Yep.
I can add something to that, Judd. Is for me, one of the biggest challenges, you said myself, and I was like thumbs up, but it was really the knowledge of the equipment. Depends on what you're using, but if you're doing buckets and squeegees, it's pretty simple. But we bought a $20,000 rig our first year, SR 700, and it was like a spray system. It had this crazy plumbing on the back, and we had no idea what tube was going where and why the filter wasn't working, and how do you fix a line striper when it breaks, and how much material do I need for this square footage. So I would say, like, in the off season right now, get to know your equipment really well and get familiar with it, and start doing some estimates on how much material you're going to need. I don't know if you have a calculator on because you don't want to come up short on projects. We had that happen a few times, and we're scrambling and running off to buy more material because we didn't come prepared. So I'd say, get to know your equipment and get to know how much material you need.
Brilliant advice, man. Love
You
that.
know, Judd, that's great what he just said. And it's also great to be a part of something like this that you put on every week for people, myself, Alex, everybody that's in here on, pretty much on a weekly basis. Because if they just do a little bit of investigation, you have all them free tools to let you know how much this is going to be, or what if the sealer is going to be, or crack, or whatever, so it's awesome that they come here and you give them that free knowledge. You know what I mean? You give them the asset that they need. Like he said, you need a calculator. You don't know how to do this. Well, you already got the app, on your end. All you have to do is just, put your dimensions in, and it comes up what you're going to need, how much sealer, how much rubber, and so on.
I'm going to say this, guys, man, and I know it's just I want to express my gratitude straight up, because the reality of it is, without you guys, this would not be possible. And so for that, I thank you tremendously for just sharing and for being a lighthouse to new people in the business, to each other, and it makes me really happy to be able to experience this with you guys. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate you guys being a part of this roundtable. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Cool, guys. We're actually bottom of the hour now, 9, but actually it's 8 o'clock, I guess, your guys' time, 9 o'clock here. We're going to go get some dinner. We've done probably almost 3 shifts here today, full shifts. I think we're going to go for a pizza up the road and enjoy some good conversation. Thank you guys for all tuning in, and know that we're always here, man. You can email us anything at all that we can help with, right at your fingertips.
Thanks.
Make sure you get the spicy oil. Hey,
Yeah,
don't forget, get the spicy oil.
I'll get the spicy oil, Adam. Later, guys.
See you, fellas.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, fellas.
Bye, guys. Ron, have fun in NPE, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks, bud. You too.
congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Later, Alex.
Yeah,
Bye,
congrats,
Rob.
man.
Connor,
Thanks, man.
later, buddy.
Bye-bye.
See you,
Josh,
fellas.
thanks for tuning in, man. Carlos, thanks for tuning in, buddy.